This is my first day. Ika-second day ko po ngayon. Ika-seventh day ko po ngayon. 35 days. So, makakaasa po kayo na kakayanin ko yung training sa mind, sa espiritu, at sa katawan. Alang-alang sa Panginoon. Kaya ako ginagawa ito. Sa tulong, tawa po ng Panginoon, ako po'y muling nakarating dito sa Bohol. Ginamit ang aking kumpare, si Paring Romel Montano. Ang katunayan po ay nakakahiyaman sabihin, pero ito po ay package deal. Siya po ang gumastos ng lahat sa akin, maging sa aking mga hotel. Siya po ang nag-provide. This is my first day. Kami po ay ang therapy ko po ngayon, wala po akong pagkain, only water lang. Magbuhat kahapon, di pa ako kumakain ng hapunan hanggang ngayong umaga, and the whole day hindi raw po kakain. So nagkaroon po ako ng bukol sa binte na kinakailangan pong operahin dahil according to the doctor na kailangan po akong i-amputate. So sa awa at tulong ng Panginoon, hindi po natuloy yon sa awa at habag niya.
When Tito Maki first arrived here, he was very sick. One of his eyes was to be laser operated because it couldn't see much. And one of the things that caused them were his bad eating habits. People nowadays eat a lot, and most of the time we don't use that energy.
Ito po yung circuit training, and at the same time therapy na rin para dun sa aking pagiging alcoholic at aking pagiging diabetic. Mga nakakarang araw, nagkaroon kami ng mga serious pa trainings. So meron tayong mental, spiritual, emotional. So dito kinakailangan matanggal ang mga ego natin. Kailangan kong dumaan sa mga trainings na hindi basta-basta po. Yung hindi ko po gustong gawin, dito po pinagawa sa akin lahat. Siyempre, tinanggal po ang ego ko rito. Dito po ay ako umaakit ng buko. Ako po ay nagtatanim. Ako po ay nagtatabas ng mga damo. Nagdidilig po ng halaman everyday. Dito po, walang kayabangan po dito. Tanggal po ang kayabangan ko rito. Wala po ritong wala pong masasarap na bagay po rito. Dito po mahirap po ang training po rito. Sa Diyos lang po ang pag-asa rito.
Ito na.
Sparring po ako. Das kamay. Udah, ubusahin.
Hindi pa hinihingal yung kalaban. Ano ka lang, relax. Relax din natin mo nga sa chan. Wala pa
Dito po yung mga gusto kong gawin, hindi ko po magagawa dito. Wala po rito internet. Wala po rito Facebook. Wala po rito Viber. Yun po, tinanggal po rito yung lahat ng kayabangan na nasa akin. Wala po rito bawal po rito. Hindi ka pwedeng uminom ng kahit na anong klase ng alak dito. Kahit po tuba o kung ano, basta ho alak na o inuming nakalalasing, hindi po pwede rito. Lalo na po ang sigarilyo, hindi po pwede rito. Ang blood sugar ko po ay umaabot po ng 580 dati. So nung ako po ay niresetahan ng doktor ng Apidra at saka Lantus, insulin po yon, at saka po metformin, yun po ay monthly ko pong binibili. So medyo may kamahalan po yon, yun po ay parang maintenance na siyempre isang masasabi ko na bawas sa kabuhayan ko na rin yon. Dinagdag pa yung aking mga bisyo na alak at sigarilyo. So yun po ay isang pahirap sa aking katauhan, siyempre lalo na sa aking pamilya. Wow! 41. 41. Blood sugar. Diyos. 41 blood sugar. Isang diabetic. 41 ang sugar. For 7 days training and therapy. Okay na.
Diabetes is a very common disease nowadays. It's considered a chronic disease, and it's also termed as a lifestyle disease, since although genetics play a very big role in causing it, many studies show that the environmental factors and also the lifestyle choices that people make also heavily affects whether a person will acquire it.
How should we, as the general public, think about sugar in our diet?
The simplest of those really is to reduce sugary intake, and the simplest to identify that adds no other nutritional value would be to reduce the consumption of sugary beverages. Are you having much pain in your foot from the operation?
No.
No? So Nigel, Mr. Chan's a patient similar to those we often see in hospital who's got a lot of complications from his diabetes.
Those complications resulted in infections and amputation of his big toe.
But he's also got other complications. He's got some difficulty with his eyes and his kidneys and his nerves.
What do you think caused your diabetes?
Well, in fact, I was taking too much sugar. That's what it happened to me.
The main purpose of food is to fuel our bodies. When we eat food, our bodies break it down, we absorb it into our bloodstreams, and the nutrients, the amino acids and fatty acids, they are what we need to survive, to fuel our bodies and our tissues, to live. But somewhere in the last century, our diets have changed significantly. There's so much more highly processed foods available, and we as a population have been eating much more processed foods in general.
And those bad eating habits are the standard American diet, which is SAD. SAD, S-A-D. Standard American diet.
And all of these contribute to a number of health issues that people have. Our bodies are important, and in order to take care of it, we need to have a better relationship with it and with food. We need to feed it the foods that it needs and to move. What we don't use, we will lose.
Ka-9th day ko na po. Nawala po ang lahat ng igot kaya bangan ko rito. Ang blood sugar ko po ay from 580, 141 na lang po. Salamat po sa Panginoon. Salamat sa Diyos. Sa Diyos po ang kapurihan po.
Wash me in the water, cleanse me in the mercy of your love. I need a heavenly touch, 'cause I'll be backsliding. I need a little guiding for my soul. Only heaven knows. 'Cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna help me stand. It's gonna help me stand. 'Cause I just need a helping hand. It's gonna
Masarap po na mahirap. Hindi pa po nangyari sa akin ang mga bagay na to. Kahit tanong po may insulin ako, Apidratlantus, metformin, hindi po bumaba ang aking blood sugar. Yun po ay napakalaking improvement. Nang dahil po sa Diyos, dinala niya ako rito. Maraming salamat po sa Diyos.
There are many studies that show that the environmental factors and behavioral factors, or the lifestyle choices that people make, still highly contribute as to whether a person would suffer from that disease. There are studies such as one called epigenetics that proves that point. Epigenetics is a study on how the environment and behavior affects the way your genes work, basically.
Doon sa may mga diabetes, ako po ay nananawagan sa inyo na subukan nyo po at i-try po yung ganitong klase ng treatment. Ito po ay 7 days lang po ang aking in-spend dito. What more kung halimbawa ako mag 1 month dito. Hindi po totoo na ang diabetes walang kagalingan.
What if you heard that sugar, something we eat every day, was largely responsible for the worldwide explosion in obesity and some of the most chronic diseases of our time? And what if you heard that sugar is addictive, and yet it's added to way more food products than you ever imagined?
There are 3 things that sugar does that these other foodstuffs don't. Liver fat, cell aging, interfering with your brain's functioning to regulate how much to eat. That makes it toxic.
No.
Ang breakfast po namin dito, workout. Kung makikita niyo dyan sa video, mga bata ang nakaka-sparring ko rito. Maging sila paring Romel, nakaka-sparring ko, pero talaga pong iba yung lakas nila. Hindi ko po kaya.
I knew from the start, you my bunny, I'm your Clark. From now to eternity, I give you all my heart. We are meant to be, it's clear to see. My love is bigger than I thought. I got everything I want when I hold you with my arms. Now there's no matter, my love and my pleasure, the key to my treasure. Whatever's the weather, day up and out with you till I die. How many times for you I'ma try? Want you to notice the one and I know this perfect soulmate. I wanna show my best friend. She saved my life, my happy end in hard times. Oh baby, hug it to myself.
So, kompleto po ito. Ito po yung pinaka-last, yung sparring.
I'm here just to treat you right.
To be healthy, it's not only about finding the right type of diet for your body or knowing to exercise regularly or to stay active, but it's also about knowing how to master your own selves. There's a verse in the scriptures that said, "Seek first the kingdom of God." A part of knowing ourselves is also knowing how to value ourselves.
Why do we eat? It's because our body needs energy. And there are 3 types of energies that our body needs. There's fats, protein, and sugar. Except we don't need sugar because our body makes its own sugar. And that's called gluconeogenesis.
I'm now wondering, how much is sugar implicated in all of this?
So the first question is, how much sugar do you need? And the answer is 0. Okay, there are no biological processes in the body that require dietary sugar. Your liver has a capacity to metabolize a finite amount. A little is okay, a lot is not. When you overwhelm your liver's capacity to metabolize it, you get in trouble. And that is what we are seeing.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. It's to reduce sugary intake, and the simplest to identify that adds no other nutritional value would be to reduce the consumption of sugary beverages.
Question is, how much proof do you need before it's time to make a change? We need to turn this around. This is a public health crisis, and there's only one way to do it. Get the sugar out of the food.
Well, I cut sugar, and result, my bloods came right and I lost weight. Sugar is now implicated in all sorts of diseases. I've looked at the research and I'm convinced. Sure, big portion sizes, processed foods, and a lack of exercise also contribute.